the misconception that you can get rid of it when you can't.
This is true. Okay, so mine, we kind of touched on it a little bit, but it's the fact that people think that you have control over it. And I think to some degree, yes, you do, depending on the situation. Like, all this we're talking about is situational, so don't think of us saying that it's one way or another, because there is 100% definitely situations where it's not exactly like we're describing it. We're just talking about, I think, as a whole, like the majority, there's definitely some situations where it doesn't correlate. But I don't know, like when I'm having anxiety attacks, me, myself, I cannot in that moment bring myself down. I cannot get myself to think rational. It's just like something that I'm unable to do. Either I'll have to have like a friend, have my parents, have someone just be like, okay, you know, bring yourself down, calm down. It's not like this. This is how you need to be. And it helps me kind of get better and kind of figure it out. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, the stigmas where it's like
it's,
you're freaking out and people keep saying like
it's not an issue.
Yeah,
Or
it's
like
not real.
That's like,
that's the thing. It's not real, and you're like, hi, but my body is literally freaking out right now.
Like you're
this
shaking,
is real.
or
like, this is not like an act that I'm putting on. This is me not being able to breathe, not being able to control certain what's going on in my body. Another thing too is like a lot of people, they don't know when you're having an anxiety attack because you can't see it. It's not something that a lot of times, unless you're extremely hyperventilating, people don't really like notice what's going on. And I think that also makes it hard too, is because in some ways, in a lot of ways, you really just want to reach out and be like, hey, I'm struggling and I just want someone to know. But it's really hard just because there are so many stigmas out there. It's hard to reach out and be like, I'm struggling right now. Like, I need some help. I need support. I need something.
Exactly, but there's no one there to support you, which makes it where I feel like a lot of people, me personally, like I handle my anxiety alone. I always have, but I feel like that's not very healthy. It doesn't really help you handle it as good as you can. I feel like it would definitely help to have some like, I'm having really bad anxiety. Can you like tell me why I should be anxious? And then if someone did that, I just feel like that would bring you back down to normal so much faster and easier.
Yeah.
So it is really sad if you think about that, because we live in a generation where it's like mental illness is accepted, but it makes me think, like, is it really accepted? Because so many people where they feel like they can't talk to people about it. So really, is it acceptable?
Yeah. I mean, right now I'm actually taking a medical and health professions class, and I know that the teacher in that class doesn't like me very much. She's kind of like shown that. She's expressed that in a lot of different ways. And it's not like I'm ever trying to be like forcefully like rude to her, anything like that. I'm a respectful person. I respect my teachers and elders. But I get a lot of anxiety. I get panic attacks over needles, and I faint anytime I go to the doctors and I get a shot. Like I just like my anxiety hits me and I pass out. And I remember we were watching a surgical video, and I couldn't sit through it, and I was so scared to be like, can someone just like tell me like this is not something that you need to freak out about, because it's just a video, you're just watching, it's not real, it's not happening to you right now. And the fact that I felt like I couldn't reach out to anybody really held me back, and I had to walk out of the room, and that alone was pretty embarrassing for me, just because I knew that people saw me as either like weak or anything like that. And that was really hard for me too, because I like those kind of things, and I want to be able to watch it. I'm really interested in it. Anytime that we go on a field trip, I feel like I can't go along because I'm scared that I'm going to pass out. I'm scared that I'm going to have a panic attack and that people are going to judge me. And that shouldn't be an issue. You know, I shouldn't be held back from that. If the teacher was understanding and knew about it, and my classmates knew about it, it would really help me a ton. And I would feel more comfortable having a panic attack and letting other people know, like, hey, I'm having a panic attack, like I need help just getting over this really quick.
Oh yeah.